Hi everyone, welcome back to this 900k run. It's finally done. It's over, the grind. Well, I'm gonna do this commentary a little bit of freestyle compared to last time, just for experimenting. Let me know in the comments which style you prefer. But, you know, this stage, I really missed it last time, so... because I forgot to record, so this time you'll get to see it. It's basically the same thing, so... here we go with it. So this part is really just not that big of a deal. Adam can dash through here, get the money back, and get this guy. Boot to the face. And this is just a setup to get everything working. I'll just dash there to the back a little so that I don't get stabbed. Okay, this is the part that needs some explaining to do. Usually you get 3 Donovans there, but if you single punch that Donovan that comes out of the sewer and you dash to the right, you get 3 signals instead. Which means that, since they have more health, means more points. I don't know why this spawn manipulation happened like that, but it did, so... So now here we have 3 extra signals. This happens if you kill all the Donovans before killing all the signals, or if you leave just a single Donovan in the end. It's kinda hard to explain, but you know that the simple way to know how to spawn those 3 signals in the end is to just kill all the Donovans first and then leave a single G signal to the end and then the other spawn. The rest of the run doesn't have such big tricks. This is just a score optimization, which I found out... Actually, I found out that in co-op, which was really amazing. The first 3 signals parts, my colleague just dashed to the right while I was killing the Donovan, and 3 signals spawned. Then I started exploring from there, but here we are. That's the optimization. Now, there are a few optimizations you can do on this part to spawn a Donovan instead of a Galcia, but I feel that's a little bit more inconsistent, and the score doesn't really change that much. Is too much of a risk, so I just prefer to avoid that, and I haven't labbed it, so I'm not gonna do it for now. So here we are. I think this is... No, I started recording on the other floor, so yeah, I'll have still have some explaining to do here. Usually people like to go to the other side of the car when they don't have dashes, but this is Adam, so we can just dash and continue the combo. You don't really need to go to the other side and kill the car from behind or something like that. No big fuzzy things here. Alright, just kill the signal. And there we go, Donovan spawns here. Sometimes one of the Donovans will just go to the other side, and you cannot get the apple points, which is a shame. And this is a setup just to get the jab lock. So I think they are starting to separate here. Which means that, yep, one of them is gonna escape, and now we have to improvise. Sometimes this happens with the Kubo, so you gotta adapt. Sometimes I even use a star move here, but in this case it wasn't needed. I think, I don't remember. Let's see. We're seeing this together because I've done this run a few days ago, but only now that I've started to commentate on it. Oh no. Everything worked out, so let's go. Now just 3 dashes here to the right, kill this guy. We are probably gonna lose the apple points here, but to be honest, 300 points is not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. It's one of the things that I had to change between single stage scoring and arcade scoring. Food points are not as important in arcade scoring. No doubt. Now that BT just doesn't want to come down, I don't know why. I only spawned 1 signal. I don't know what the trigger is to spawn 2 signals here instead of just 1. I really need to find that out. Okay, now just turn my back to them. These signals are the worst. I've restarted so many runs due to these signals. They don't behave normally, or They just don't get shocked when they're supposed to, or they dodge a weapon. They're so annoying, really. Here I was afraid to pick up the knife instead of the money, and that would be a run restart. If it was any other character, no, that would not be a run restart, because these small points on these 2-3 enemies is not that much, but with Adam, here you can extend. Wasted the star, but that's how you extend, and then keep going into Diva. This is Adam's greatest strength in the early game, is that you can go ahead of other characters by about 20,000 points just by doing this, and that's a lot. That really is a lot. Now just deal with Diva normally. She will do the thing, yes. Okay, we jab her there, because if she does this part where she goes to the center before we jab there, you will lose the combo unless you use a star move, which really sucks. Now it's just a matter of farming as many mobs as you can while keeping yourself safe in the process, just like that. That's why we use the stars there. Almost lost the combo there due to greediness, but it is what it is. Another star, yes sir. Get the apple and kill her, yeah. Alright, so I don't remember exactly, but I think it was about 105 points here, which is really good. Let's see, yeah, 105. Next stage, let's go. Alright, stage 2. Let's go into the cup zone. Okay, first thing to do is to go to the top right of the corner and hug this wall. You know, this wall is really fluffy. You know, really protects you from the monsters that are inside the cell. So yeah, just hug it. Alright, all the signals have been dealt with. Let's go. Just get some points here. Get all these guys. This is not normal. I usually don't line them up as well because 1 or 2 go behind me, but I'll take it. I'll take anything like that on a run like this. Just double jab them, they will die eventually, yeah. Okay, this is the setup. If I was doing a speedrun, I would not do it like this, but it maintains the combo because Adam has a really good walk speed up to get to the Sparny. Here usually one of 2 things happen, either that Galsi goes for the taser or he doesn't. So in both cases you can neutral special, but in one of those cases the Barney will just finish him off. It's very slightly annoying because you lose some of the points, but you know, who cares, it's just a really small amount of points in the end. Again, the walls in this prison are really fluffy, so you just hug them. Let's go. Okay, ideally here you can get the turkey up there. I choose not to usually because it's hard to maintain consistency to extend into the arcade and get that. So I just do this. I just ignore it. I don't optimize there, but oh well. I'll just kill this guy. It's really inconsistent how this Power Fang works. Sometimes I do this. This is the optimal case. Sometimes it just hits once, doesn't wall bounce. It's really weird. Okay, one very important detail there. I've lost so many runs because of it. Shoutouts to Badmoon for telling me this, but you have to be holding right when you go through a door, or else you won't get through the door in time. And while that is happening, the combo counter is going down, so you lose the combo if you're not holding right. It's a really weird design decision. Maybe it was oversighted, because they didn't count that players would actually do the arcade and get out and extend combos. But here we are. Okay, okay, and okay. This is really just standard, no big deal. I take this beat stick because, I don't know, I like it. It's just a matter of habit. I have a habit of taking it, but it's really not needed at all. Now this is kinda new. I learned that leaving one cop and killing the signals is the best course of action here. How did I not do this before? I should watch more speedruns, to be honest. They have so many good setups like this. And okay, this part's a bit boring because he only has a shield, but oh well. Throw one, throw two. I rarely get third, sometimes I do, but just in case I throw it out. Okay, now this part gets a little bit annoying sometimes, yeah, because they just climb up together. But as long as you hug this wall, it's fine. They will come to you eventually, so it's fine. As long as the Murphys, yeah, that's it. As long as the Murphys don't have the sticks with them, it's fine. Everything is fine. So now here's the part where I've lost a ton of runs due to these Barneys. Because sometimes one of them just goes through my jump kick. And usually I get both on that desk thing, but it wasn't the case, so some improv was needed here. It's really weird how this is happening. This is usually not how it happens, and if this Donovan didn't aggro me, that would be a run restart right there. Alright, now get this guy. This is a completely safe setup to do this. So here's the really different part from score runs and speedruns, is that score runs do these guys and speedruns just go dash through the door. Imagine hiring 6 beat stick cops only for them to ignore you when you go through a door. You really need to evaluate your hiring skills, Commissioner. Alright, get this taken care of. There's a range where you can just hit them with the stick and they don't have any way to fight back. Partially due to Adam's great weapon range. Alright, here we go, Commissioner. Last time this guy didn't behave so well with me. But this time, yeah, things were different. Alright, gonna try the jab lock here. I don't know why, but lately I've been missing it a lot. Yeah, sometimes he just armors up, nothing really can do that. There. I just used this because I needed some health. Now I get the turkey because I also need some health. And he's already in the Barney calling state, so I didn't farm those many cops, but as long as the full stage is done, I usually get the 2 Barneys there. That was so risky to go down and try to get the grab on him. And this is why I lose a lot of the times on these runs. It's because I take so many unnecessary risks. It's something that I really need to improve on. It's like I want to optimize stuff, but the risk is so big that you lose a lot of your time doing it. Well, stage 2 is done, full combo, let's go, stage 3. So this is arguably the easiest stage to full combo. It's everyone's first stage to full combo, it's short, it's sweet, and the enemies aren't too hard, the boss isn't too hard, so yeah. If you want to do a full combo, I really recommend starting with this one, just to get a grasp of everything. Yeah, just kill these guys. Now just 2 dashes to the right. And try to align this Francis to kill him on this barrel. Just finish him off with a few punches in the air. It's a shame that that PT went to the other side, but that's still fine. That's still fine. Now this is a setup to get the barrel and get the enemy. And this is the part where sometimes I might lose the combo. If these Dylans don't behave well, I won't get to the Francis in time. That's fine. Now we just wait for them to come to us. And this guy really wanted to go away. Luckily, Adam can just punch the barrel and dash through here. Or else that would have been a lost combo there. Maybe not a restarted run because it was at the beginning of the stage. But it would really diminish the score in the end. Alright, that part was easy. And then we need to bait this guy. Yes, sir. Bait him again. And then use this momentum to send someone into the barrel and kill the one aggroing into you. This doesn't work with the other characters, I think, because they cannot dash like Adam. It just makes things easier. Alright, and everyone who aggroes out just comes into this wave of deadly punches, so that's fine. No apple points, I don't care. Okay, so here happens something that I really don't like. Is that sometimes if you hit the Donovan with the pipe too soon, the pipe will just go into the void in the stairs. And there's no way for you to catch it. And the pipe is really important to maintain consistency on this part. As you can see, it's not impossible, but with the pipe it's so much better, at least for the initial mobs. We still did it. Like I said, it's not impossible, but it makes things a bit more difficult and riskier. That's it basically. Now blast Adam's dash, just jump into these guys, jump into them again and finish the combo. Again, blast the dash and into the boss fight. The stage is really quick, really quick. For maximum consistency we just star move here. And this is the part where Nora glitches and Adam's defensive special is amazing here. Why is that? So, let's explain. Now, these mobs are really useful for you to get some health back so that you can hit the defensive special. And you turn your back into her because that does 2 hits instead of 1. So you hit 1 time for the armor and then you hit another time to launch her into the air. And then you just double jab her in case no enemies spawn. And then you have a little bit of health to do the defensive special. And rinse and repeat, that's basically it. Now I took a little bit of a risk there. I didn't follow the protocol, but that's fine. Okay, no more enemies, I'll just get the turkey and the apple to maximize a few points. And that's it, Nora done. Just a machine gun punch there. Just to show her who's boss. And stage 4, the dreaded stage. Alright, first of all I'm gonna say screw this stage with a passion, okay? This is the stage... When people start to do full combos and they start from stage 1, this is the stage where things start to get a little bit serious. And they start to see the frustration that comes with that. Why is that? Okay, first of all, you start to deal with the rubies, and you know, all the variants. All the variants. I cannot speak right now. What's going on? All the variants of the jumping girls, which are really annoying. But also, in this stage, there's Estelle, and Estelle it's a beast on her own, and she's way too random sometimes with her things. It's really hard to cheese her out. It's possible, but oh my god, that was so lucky. Why did I do that forward special there? No one knows. No one talk about what happened just now. That did not happen. At least the combo wasn't broken, so I'm really glad for that, but that was such a risk. Now here we just try to guard these bats or use them as you wish. Get rid of these signals. I will probably not get the apple points, or maybe I will? No, I will. Okay. Usually that doesn't happen, but again, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, just take care of them, the 4 of them. Sometimes one of them jumps out into the floor and you don't need to do anything else because Adam, when he jumps and does the special, usually takes care of that, so It's not a big deal. Now, the other girl will spawn once one of these Galcias dies. Wait a bit with the grab, and there we go, handled the green ones as well. Usually they both die, but sometimes one of them just jumps out. No big deal about that. Get this, throw it. Got 3 of them. Normally I would just dash and forward special, but I have no health, so I had to resort to the star move here. It's fine though, because that way we can kill them all in one sweet swoop. But I'd rather save the stars for a stealth, since she's so inconsistent. Now, this is the part where I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna drop this combo, because that PT is stuck there. Look at him! Look at him! He's stuck! Luckily for me, he finds his way out, but I've lost combos on this stage because of that so many times, and it's so frustrating. Oh, look at that, turkey points. Usually that doesn't happen, but fine, I'll take it. Now the setup here is 2 dashes, get this guy and try to align everyone here. That signal did not want to come to the party, but that's fine. The party will come to him. Okay, important thing, I also talked about this on my last commentary video, but do not kill the signal on near the left wall, because the other signals waiting there will just slide into you from off screen, and it's really annoying. You can count on that and be prepared, but I'd just rather not take the risks, to be honest. Here I'm just throwing the bottle so that I don't have to deal with these signals, but sometimes they just show up. Now Adam can just get the apple dash 3 times, and this is a 50-50 whether we get the extension on Estelle or not, because Adam's forward special will just go through her. This time we got it. And there is a way to manipulate her into not calling back up there, but I have to be honest with you, I am really lazy to practice that. I know Mighty Bill has that, but I'm just so lazy, and I cannot afford to waste time practicing that. It's really important on speedruns, and on score runs it maintains a lot of consistency, but yeah, I guess I'm just too lazy to learn it. Oh my god, that was so stupid. I remember this. I was just about to press the star move and my fingers slipped the triangle button, I think. I'm not trying to make excuses, that was really dumb, okay? But I think that's what happened back then. Oh well. There's no need to restart the run or anything. It's still a great stage 4, but losing the perfect like that was really dumb. And sometimes, when things like this happen, it really messes up with your mindset. But you just gotta shrug it off and move on to the next stage. Stage 5, here we go. Okay, so stage 5 is a really weird stage because you can divide it into 2 parts, the sewer part and the bar part, because they're really different from each other. It's almost like 2 different stages, but we'll focus on the sewer part for now. And the sewer part, it's the hardest because you can lose a lot of your combos here just due to the hazards. Not exactly being hit by them, but you have to wait for them to disappear sometimes and you lose your combo because of that. It's really frustrating, but it is what it is. Sometimes you get it right, sometimes you don't. Now on this part, usually it's better to stay on the left and kill everything that comes up until you kill the last 2 jump kick girls, and then just dash into the right. But for now, just handle these guys normally. Yeah, then 2 green Donovans show up, the ultits. You kill them, and now you get these 2 rubies, and you kill both of them. Now you can go to the right. Just line them up with a special. I could risk stuff to get the turkey points, but to be honest, I really don't care. This is how you extend here. And this is one of the few parts where you can get screwed up by the RNG on the hazards. I mean, the hazards are timed, but it really depends on the time that took you to get here. Now I was really lucky here to be able to pass those hazards in time. But that's not all. There are more hazards coming in. Now this is a strat to use the knife here on the barrel just to make the goo disappear faster. Alright, kill the BT and now go to the other side as soon as you can, so that these jump kick girls kill themselves on the hazard. Now here's the second problem. Sometimes it doesn't work as expected. Yeah, it's really hard to maintain consistency there to keep the combo. Maybe I should have gone a bit more to the right so that she would not stop and jump there. So that's a bit on me, but still, it's really hard to maintain consistency there. It doesn't matter which character it is. Now, these guys just handle them normally. Use your defensive special with some punches. Wow, that was a clear miss. Okay, on to the next section. Now the other ideal thing to do here on the bar is to get a full combo up until the boss. Maybe even with the boss included, but things don't always go as planned. Especially after stage 4, everything has an RNG twist to it, and this stage is no exception. Alright, so now I use a lame tactic here. I just bait them and punch and then special. Yeah, this is the problem with that. If they don't aggro, you lose your combo. But usually they do. That was a bit of bad luck. But sometimes it happens, it's the risk of this tactic, but it's way safer than going into them and you don't waste your star. As you can see, this actually works on normal situations, but she decided not to aggro there. Another thing that's really irritating on this part, it's did you see that sugar down there just walking around? You never know when she will go up and just kick you in the shin, and it's really annoying. It's really annoying, and I've lost full combos there because of that, and you know what happens next? I just press start and go back into the main menu because it's not worth to continue a run like that. It's the problem, whenever you try to go for higher score runs, the biggest problem is that for each mistake, the higher you go on score, for each mistake, it's more likely that you will restart on that mistake. So yeah, it really takes a load on your time. Sometimes you can waste an hour and a half, and you just have to restart, because that's it. I say an hour and a half because you usually restart a lot on stage 1 to get the optimal score, or at least a full combo above a certain threshold. And then you get the rest of the run, and then you restart on this stage or stage 6. It happens sometimes. And this is why this is probably my last score run, but I'll talk about that later in the video, in the end. Why I will stop doing score runs, or at least attempt to do this kind of score runs. But all things first, let's just talk about the stages and we'll deal with that later. So yeah, I lost another combo there. So this stage wasn't really terrible because we were not hit yet, but there were so many wasted opportunities for combos, and that really sucks. Also really sucks that we didn't get that turkey by a sliver of health. We'll see. I think I still got the full combo here on Barben. I'm not sure if this is the run where I get the combo on him, or if I drop it and get hit by some stupid reason. Alright, just do the loop. I could do the infinite here, but it's hard to pull off. I'm not consistent with it, so I just do this version instead. So now I have to waste 3 stars because I did the wrong special there. I did not turn around, and now I have to waste all 3 stars to get him. That's fine though, it's still worth it, instead of taking the risk. So yeah, that was stage 5, we still go into the next stage with 400k, which is great. Let's see how stage 6 goes. Stage 6, the classic. It's such a long stage, and it's really hard to maintain consistency throughout all of the stage, but the possibility for big points, it's so... man. Usually it doesn't happen to have big scores here. Not as much as the stage allows, that is, because it's really hard to get it, but oh well, it is what it is. On this specific part, shoutouts to Serious Face on the Discord for finding out that there's a way to spawn one more of those green Donovans. But it's such a specific setup and you don't gain that much of a score advantage that usually people don't do it when they go for score runs, but hey, it's an optimization. Spawn manipulation is important in this game. Okay, now we kill the Galcias, dash in, now go through those 2 lines to get these 2 at the same time. Didn't happen, but we can still kill them, so it's no big deal. Kickboxers are really Adam's apple. And that sounded weird to say. But yeah, they're actually, it was Achilles heel, damn. This is going into the video, and I don't know my history or my proverbs. Okay, that's fine. That's what stage 6 does to you. But yeah, what I meant to say is that kickboxers are really hard for Adam to deal with, because they outrange you with their tree kicker. You can jump kick on them if it's only just one, but if there's 2, you might end up getting hit by that, especially if one of them blocks. It's kind of hard to explain, but jump kicking on multiple of them, it's a big risk. Now here is just an extension to get the money bag. It's a setup I found. Maybe it's not the best setup, but it gets the job done, I guess. And now the kitchen part, it's not really that hard for this part, at least. It's only hard when they start going around you, like that Donovan just tried to do. But apart from that, you can just deal with that normally. I think that barehanded Donovans are actually more dangerous than if they have the kitchen knife. Okay, now just spawn that, throw the knife. Wow, missed both of the kickboxers. That's really not that great. Now this was a risk, I almost dropped my combo there, but still managed to get it. Another risk there. Now, yeah, I didn't play my cards right there. I just tried to dash as fast as I could, but even Adam's dash is not enough there. Because I didn't see another knife on the floor, so I didn't know if I would be on time for the combo not to break. So eventually I handled it like that, but it was not the best way to handle it, and we lost a big... We still cashed in on the combo, but it could have been so much better. Okay, this setup didn't go really as I intended to, so I'll just use the star move here. It's good to save it for these kinds of parts. Now just deal with these guys. Sometimes they will just run away from you, and that really screws up your combo. Oh my god, that was way too close. I don't remember that being as close as it was. Just deal with them one at a time. Now this is the ideal part, where he just does one of the parries or something instead of just running away, because if he does that, you'll probably lose your combo. And for him here, you just deal with him normally. On his wake up, you just run away for a bit and then get back. Be wary that you cannot grab him on his wake up if he goes for the flashing counter, which is really weird, because if it's not on the wake up you can grab that normally, but since it was on his wake up, he has some grab invulnerability frames. It's really weird. I can't explain it, but if he goes for the flashing thing on his wake up, don't grab him. Simple as that. Alright, now we just handle these Galcias. Just make them not pick that up. I'm just gonna drop it here, it's already a decent combo. And the Donovan part of the dojo is very tricky, so at this point the score was already good, did not want to risk it. See, that was kind of my fault because I should not be using the weapon here. I don't know why I started doing it. You should just use it to swing on 2 or 3 Donovans and then just switch to your punches, but I kept with that for some unknown reason. And I'm gonna drop the combo here too, because getting hit on the kickboxers... I did not drop the combo, why? It's almost certain that I'm gonna be hit here, so I don't know why I didn't drop it. I get hit here like 95% of the times, so I should have just dropped it, to be honest. And gonna waste a star move, gonna get hit again. Maybe not, or maybe I am. We'll see. Yeah, I am. To be fair, that wasn't supposed to be a jab, that was supposed to be the blitz, which has a vulnerability, but this is why I usually drop on the Donovans, because on this part it's almost guaranteed that I'm gonna get hit. Almost guaranteed. And I lost a star move and everything, so that was absolutely non-optimal. Now normally you can extend, yeah, you can extend into Shiva, and if I knew the it's not that I don't know the infinite, but I'm not consistent doing it. But if I was, I could have just killed Shiva there. But it is what it is. I'm too lazy. So I just have to kill him the old-fashioned way. Now the loops here don't work on Shiva as well, because he doesn't fall on the floor, he just techs, and that makes it so that you cannot use your defensive special OTG. Okay, he does that attack, now we recover some health. Again, nope. I think I'm gonna lose life here, but I'm not sure. No, I'm not. Okay, that's fine. Even if I did, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Stage 6 is done. And it was about 57k of score here, but the potential for so much better is there. Well, onto stage 7, let's see. So stage 7 is one of those make it or break it stages, because it's so short that usually it ends up being you either do really well or really badly in this stage. So let's see if this is the really good case or the really bad case. Here's just you handle the cops with the jabs, no big deal. Just be wary of the stage hazard, but usually you just need to defensive special or something, or you can just jump or something. There's not really much to worry about. Now here, I'm just gonna try to extend, and there we go. You can hold the timer here to extend, either with an OTG, or just keep comboing him, or do an infinite with Blaze. It's good, because this maximizes the score on the stage, and by a decent amount. Now, there's nothing much to say about this part, just deal with the enemies. Okay, so here, if there's one of the enemies, the non-cop enemies that sticks out, or even one of the cops that sticks out regarding everyone else, I usually try to get that one, except for Barney, it's too dangerous. But apart from that, I just let them kill themselves. Sure, I don't... Oh, that was so dangerous. Could have lost the combo there, the whole combo. Usually I let them damage themselves a bit first, but not that big of a deal. I don't know why I paused there, but sure. Maybe I thought, yeah, that was a very risky forward special. I should have not done it. It's really hard to maintain these kinds of decisions sometimes. You want to think one thing, but your brain just does something else. It transmits a different signal to your fingers through your nerves. And that really gets on my nerves sometimes because I want to do something and my muscle memory says, no, 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 you're gonna do something else. And then I get hit. Alright. Extended into Estelle, possibly. Yes, sir. Now, the best way to deal here with Estelle is to keep her on the left side, so that she will call the Barneys. I could not extend there, but that's fine. Ideally, now you want her to call the Barneys. She will throw a grenade before, and that's really bothersome, but no big deal. Using the star move to get some health back, and this is the ideal situation. You want the Barneys on one side and Estelle on the other, so that you can use Adam's defensive special to hit both of them, keep hitting a bit so that you have some health to use your special again, just rinse and repeat. And now with the grenade you have two options, either you catch it or throw it, or if it becomes too dire you can just use your star move there for that effect. Now just deal with the rest of Estelle normally. Okay, OTG if she doesn't tech. And just go on the same vertical line as her, and she will not do anything. Then you can just grab her. And that's it. This stage went really well, got the perfect. Just broke the combo there a little bit, but that's not that much of a deal. And stage 8 is next, and it's one of the most random stages in the game. Let's see if the randomness doesn't screw me over this time. The art gallery. Fun fact, I really love the environment on this stage and the music and so on, but I hate the design and the enemies, the level design that is. Because everything is so random, and this one was one of the most infuriating stages to do a full combo on. There are so many variables. One good thing about this stage is that even if you don't score well, you have a chance to score well with the arcade, so... But even with that, it's not guaranteed points. Oh my god, that was almost a hit. Okay, that one is done for. Really, all the girls with the grenades are what really makes this stage infuriating. Because they keep running away, and if you chase them, grounded, not jumping, they will just push you, and it's really frustrating. Now, usually you can extend the combo here, but I didn't pick up the turkey on time, so I did not extend. Even if I did, I already lost the combo, so it wasn't that big of a score there. Okay, another fun fact. Usually the best idea here is to get the turkey first, so that you can go into the right a bit, and then after you kill two enemies, the kickboxers will spawn on the left, which is the perfect spot for them to spawn, because you get them all in a sweet soup of star special. And that's the safest way to deal with this. When I tried my full combo, I found a way to not be forced to use the star move, but That comes with the costs. A lot more restarts, but the star move was really essential to maintain consistency on the next part, which is also very random, due to all the grenade girls and stuff. But here on these arcade runs, getting a few red combos on this stage is already very good because of how inconsistent it is. And this is one of the few parts where I deliberately use the forward special, because it has really long range and you don't really get punished for using it against these girls because they will just run away from you instead of trying to punish like a Donovan or something, so it's really worth it to use it here. Okay. Yeah, so this part is really frustrating to full combo, so stage 8 is one of those you have to be really lucky to get a good combo going, and even if you do, it's so risky to continue because of all the things that are happening here. All the grenades, all the molotovs, the poison, everything is a mess, to be honest. But hey, the music is great, right? So here's another interesting thing. Sometimes 3 Donovans spawn just like this instead of 2, and I don't know what triggers it. I don't know what's the trigger. So yeah, this is basically the most consistent part in all of this stage. This and the boss. I have the perfect, but you know what? Going into the arcade is usually more worth it. Sure, you lose some time points, but the possibility to get a lot more points through the arcade, it's worth the risk, it really is. The retro Donovans are kinda weird to deal with Adam, because if they want to, they can just outrange you with their jabs, and their jabs are super fast. If you haven't seen any mods with that character, where it becomes a playable character, there are people that can... His jab is so fast that people can just juggle entire bosses with that jab alone. It's insane. It really is. So yeah, retro Donovans are really a BS enemy, see? Just like that. Another thing that's BS on this arcade fight is that Mr. X can just decide to use the machine gun near you and it's instant and there's nothing really much you can do about it. And another BS thing is that attack has full invulnerability. See? I'm glad Adam has a double hit on the back part of his defensive special, or else that would be really weird to deal with. And again. So we are at the mercy of RNG here. The ideal thing is for Mr. X to just run up and start shooting because you don't get hit when you're inside the square, like this. Sometimes he does this a lot and it's the best RNG ever. Sometimes he doesn't. And my rule of thumb here is to drop the combo when it's red. It's already a good combo and there's no need to risk it. And if you get 2 of those, it's already the points for the perfect. Even more, because you're hitting enemies. So that's the ideal for me. It's to drop the combo there. Now we just farm the points as much as we can, to be honest. Oh, this guy. Mr. X, please. Now just one more hit and Mr. X dies, so that's probably just a few more combo points. Yeah, and he's dead. And now, I learned this from Nexu. Shoutouts to Nexu, go see his channel because he's one of the, if not the best arcade score runner with Axel. He told me that I could extend with this. And he was right. So this was not that big of a score to extend, but if you had a red combo and you come here with a red combo, when you extend into these girls, that's a lot of points. That's a lot of points. I use a star because there was no way I could hit any of them. Just get the points there. Okay, she's gonna special it up. She's also gonna special it up. I just wanna kill... Whoops, this is the time I got a phone call, so I'll just skip this. Alright, so we're back into this boss fight. Sorry about that, but sometimes that happens. Regarding the order of these, most people like to go for the Fire Girl first. I like to go for the Poison Girl first because... Oh, that was dangerous. Because the Fire Girl is way slower and way easier to catch when alone, so... It's better for me that way. Now, just one combo, we can finish her off. And that's it. Just hit her a few times after the level ends, just to squeeze a little bit more points. But that's fine. No perfect due to the arcade, but that's also fine. 5-4-3, great score. On to stage 9, the elevator stage. Alright, so how many of you have gone into this stage, had a really good combo up to the elevator, and then you missed a little detail on the setup, and you lost the combo there? That happened to me a lot while playing this stage. It's not the case for this run, spoiler alert, but it happens a lot, and it's really frustrating, because it's not that the elevator itself is hard, you just need to time the setups correctly. That's why this stage is so frightening, you know, because there's that part, and then there's the part after this with all the kickboxers. That's the worst part of this stage. Because kickboxers are... Everyone knows they're a problematic enemy. And on this stage especially, they become even worse. But another fun fact about that, it's that this slippery floor actually makes it so that Adam can consistently outreach them. Because when they start going into you and they start doing their kick, they are in range for your jab. It's a very slight distance difference, but that usually makes up for it in regards to non-slippery stages. Alright, so now we're doing something that Chakrams taught me. Shoutouts to Chakrams, he's a great Adam speedrunner as well as Floyd. To deal with a lot of kickboxers, you can just blitz into defensive special with Adam, and he's fully invincible while doing that. What is the problem there? Is that if you don't hit anyone with your blitz, you cannot cancel into defensive specials, so you might get hit. That's basically it. On this part, I really need a more consistent setup. I should have practiced this more, but, you know, again, laziness takes the cake. Still was able to manage dealing with that guy, but it was not the optimal way to deal with those red Goros. Now this is a setup that kills the white Goros, so that's perfectly fine. It doesn't work if you do the skip strategy which speedrunners use. I don't know what triggers it since I'm not a speedrunner, but when you do that, instead of 2 Goros you usually spawn 3 Goros, and what I just did doesn't work because there are 3 of them and you won't kill all of them. So it's not ideal for score running, I believe. And I just prefer to have a more consistent setup there. Alright, into the elevator with 2-star moves, that's really good. Now I just kill one of them, and I try to put them all on that side so that I can focus on one side and not worry about dodging all the bullets. And I had to use a star move because the setup that I wanted to do didn't really go as planned, so I had to use it like that. And now I'm gonna use another one because these Donovans were not behaving correctly. And I screwed up this part, I believe. Yep. I never get... It's so weird, because I know exactly what I have to do there, but for some reason I get impatient and press a button before I should, and that's why the guy hit me. I almost dropped the whole combo just because of that, which is insane. Now, this is not the ideal setup, but it still worked, so... Should have picked up an item to maintain the combo, but I was already a bit flustered mentally due to how I almost lost the combo there. Got me really nervous too. And now extending to max. So the first phase of max is no problem at all. Probably the easiest boss in the game, the first phase. And it's not that the second phase is hard, it's just that ever since V5 came out, it's inconsistent. Sometimes Max can just do an attack without any kind of warning, especially the rotating attack, and that really screws you over. Almost lost the combo there again. Almost lost the combo there again. 5k would have been down the drain, but that's fine. Just trying to be cheeky and do the blitz into the defensive special there, but you have to time it really well with his ups and downs. This Max boss fight was just so bad. But it's okay. Still got a great score here. Even though we had a few breaks, could have been better, but it was very decent. And on to stage 10, which is another cursed stage for me. So this is another stage where you do really well or really badly. It comes down to a really big combo break on the ball, but we'll get there when we get there. For now, this is just a small setup to get these guys on a single line. OTG. Just deal with everything normally after that. I used to worry a lot about the apple points on this part, but not anymore. It's just 600. It's not really worth all the hassle that you have to go through to get that. This is one of the toughest parts, especially for Adam. I mean, for all the characters, to be honest. It's kickboxers, and we all know how kickboxers go. And this might happen, and this guy might not aggro you in time, and you might end up losing your combo there. So this was bad. That was supposed to be a blitz and kill him instantly, but I missed it. Miss input, so gotta pay the price, I guess. So this is so bad. I used the star move there. And I almost got hit there. On the previous run I got hit by an invisible grenade that was behind the other elements in the stage, and that really took a toll on the score, but not this time. Ideally we don't need to use a star there, but it's way safer when things go dire, especially when you have a grenade behind you. Now we just want to kill this guy first, and that was really risky what I did just there. Usually they hit me when I try to do that, and I still haven't learned my lesson, but I was so lucky that they didn't hit me. And now this part. So I think Adam is the best character to do this, because since his neutral jump hits both sides, you can just hit enemies, and since it's a jump attack against Galcias, they can't do anything. It's great, and you handle the ball, and the ball doesn't hit you at that specific distance, so it's a match made in heaven for Adam. I guess it's kinda boring to deal with it this way, but on score runs like these you need to play it really safe sometimes. There we go, handle everyone there. All the Donovans, all the Galcias. Life's good. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes that might happen. It's when one of those Donovans goes through the ball and you don't want to jump there, or he will armor up and screw you over. The combo drop was not a big deal. I was already thinking about dropping it because this next part is way too risky. Way too risky. I dropped so many combos on this part, and it was already a good score, so I'll take it. Now the hammer time. Shoutouts to 3 Lots for teaching me how to do this, even though I haven't perfected it yet. Could have used the other 2 hammers there. Just be done with it, but I have to practice that. And yeah, that's handled. I'm just gonna jab this for an extra 300 points from the apple. I think at this point I still have the perfect. But I'm not gonna take the fight, the combo into the boss fight, because I only have 1 star move, and with 2 star moves you can guarantee the kill, but with 1 star move it's way trickier, so I will not do that. However, I will try to get these points. Very risky, but sure. Now for double jabs, and now I try to get him down there, just to hit the guy with the gun also at the same time, but it didn't work out as planned. So yeah, I'm probably gonna get hit because this is not going very well. I screwed up all the setups there. Especially since I went to get those items at the start. Usually I don't do that, and we get a more consistent setup there, but it is what it is. Now get that signal. I just screwed up the perfect area. I'm starting to get really nervous at this point because the score is so good. But since we already lost the perfect, just deal with the rest of the stage normally. Yeah, now I'm just gonna get some enemies to get more score. And nothing really much to say about it. Now I use a star move just to not get hit. Don't know if that was a good thing, especially since I did not kill the other signals I should have, just to farm a little bit more points. At this stage, you can see that my decision process is not the best because I'm getting really nervous. Stage 11, let's go. So when you don't know the setup, the beginning here is really... it's just a mess. The best way I found to deal with this is to use the defensive special to deal with the signals, because their AI sometimes they don't even flash and they just come down running at you and they throw you out, which is really bad. But other than that, you can just jump and you can just jump and neutral kick the Galcias, I guess. Yeah, everything's going well with the setup. Leave that one alive. Get the apple. And just get that one. Usually they all die. There's one alive, but it's no big deal. Just get to her. And now I dropped the combo here because it's a good score just on the elevator part, and the next part it's so risky, it's so inconsistent, so random, that I just rather not risk it at all. Yeah, the next 2 sections here on the pathway, they're just really random. The first part here went really well, actually. Just have to deal with this guy. None of them have sticks now, the weapons, so it's really good. I just got a few more points there. What a miss. You can tell I'm so nervous right now. Now this next part, it's just chaos. It's just chaos. There may be consistent ways to deal with that, especially if you use a star move, but I just didn't do it. So yeah. I I did not see the lightning, but I should have jumped and I lost the combo there. This is why I don't want to extend the combo from the elevator usually. Something like this might happen and that's half of your stage gone, the points. And in here you can use an extension as well, but since the combo is really small, it's really not worth it. Might as well pick up everything else. It's better for your points and for your safety. You get extra health, you get extra points. Now this is just a setup, throw the grenade, apple, and sometimes these guys don't align. The guys with the handguns, and it's really frustrating. But this time, everything went well, so that's really good. You gotta be really careful with these guys, because their hit stop is different from the cops with the sticks. It's so awkward to deal with these guys after doing a whole run dealing with everyone else. So you just gotta be really careful. Also, that grenade, sometimes it hits. I gotta practice the consistency of that. And this is getting way too chaotic. Way too chaotic here. Got a bit lucky, I gotta admit. That was very lucky, to be honest. Now I'm just trying to farm, not farm, but try to get a little bit more life back. And on to the next part. I just learned you can do this and get a few money bags here and there. People usually just go to the right to get the dropkick girls. Wow. I kinda don't want to comment on that. I have 2-star moves, I did not use my defensive special, and I could have lost a lot of points there. I still lost a lot of points, but that was such a dumb way to get hit, especially at this stage of the game. That was so dumb. I had 2-star moves. There was literally no reason to take it easy there. But it is what it is. Here you just want him to... There's two things that can happen. They can just run into you, or they can dropkick, and you just want him to run into you as much as possible. Now I'll just deal with these two guys. They're no big deal as well. And Adam's really great here because he can dash and pick almost everything up, which is great. And the setup here is just jump kick into them and let them stay there. Let them stay there. Down jump attack. Don't need to do the full combo so that you have a wall bounce. And any of that is not needed. Just play it safe. On V4 that didn't work because I think Stiletto, the black one, had armor. So that did not work at all. That was a more difficult section, yes. And here Mr. Y behaved well. The setup at the beginning of the stage is that you can just go up for a bit and forward and use the forward special. And he will just backflip and get hit by it. Oh wow, that was really not a good direction to use that. Sometimes he doesn't do that, but it's really rare. Now I just leave him with a bit of health left so that we can get a bit more points. And there we go. Lost the perfect due to that stupid dropkick. And lost the combo as well. And right now I'm with just about the same score as my other PB, if I'm not mistaken. But that stage 12 didn't go as well, so I'm thinking, well, if this stage 12 goes really well, I might get it. And I did. Spoilers. If you didn't see the title of the video. But yeah, let's go and see how stage 12 really went. This is the best part for this jab part. If you're not a fan of jabs with Adam, just skip this. That's kind of my playstyle. Maybe it's not ideal, but so I learned to get all of these scores. I think his jab is really one of his best tools, one of the best in the game as well. So this is like a 50% chance that they all line up with that throw. And they did, so that's really awesome. Took a few risks here, but neutral jump is a great tool for every character. I learned to use the neutral jump, ironically enough, with Streets of Rage 1 characters, because since they don't have a defensive special, you have to rely on something else. And that's the way I learned how to do it. Now just one punch here just to get maximum health and get turkey points. Use that. Okay, maybe all of you have seen this part. It's really the same as the last time. Now here, there's a chance that Caramel might just go into some other direction like she just did here, or just go up or something. That really screws up the combo. It's a risk. I should get a more consistent setup here, but it's fine. It worked. It worked. On to the next section. Let's go. Now there was a run on stream where I screwed this up so badly. You see how after the 4 dashes I did the double punch there? That's crucial and essential. And there was a run on stream where I ruined another PB just because I didn't do those 2 punches. So yeah, they're really important on this setup. The idea here is to do all of this part until the shadows and drop the combo before the shadows, because they're so inconsistent as well. And it's already a great score if I get it. Let's see if nothing else gets screwed up. Alright. They're not being too aggressive here. Which sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes a bad thing. Okay, here I was forced to bait them on a vertical line. That's usually not a good sign, but it was handled, so that's good, I guess. Had to chase this guy. Sometimes they will just run away from you, and that's so frustrating. Could have broken the combo there. Fortunately for me, that did not happen. Just jab lock until the Z's show up. Then forward special. They all get lined up on that chandelier. I don't know how I did not kill the other 2. Maybe I did it too early. That was probably the problem. But hey, still worked out. We did it. Drop the combo, and now if I do another good combo up until the boss fights, this might be it. Let's see how the shadows go. Yeah, the shadows are just so random. Had to use the special there. So with Adam here, the trick is to navigate using your jumping attacks and your jumping special to avoid stars, but sometimes that's not enough. You land on a star being thrown. Sometimes it happens. And usually I get 2 shadows there, but for some reason one of them wasn't there on the spot. I got so lucky there. I should have been hit with one of the stars from the shadows, but fortunately for me I didn't. This is really tough to align to get these 2, but fortunately we did that. And the best thing here is to just use a star. And the worst fatties are dealt with. Forced to get this here so that the combo continues. And use the setup here. Let's go, let's go. It's almost done, boys. Alright, setup worked. It's getting kinda tricky here. Yeah, it's getting really tricky here. I risked it a bit. I did risk it, but oh well. That was a weird hit on that guy, but sure, it worked. Now here I'm really trying my best to keep up the combo so that I can extend it into the boss fight. But it's really hard to do that on these guys. Yeah, now it doesn't hit him. It's lost. The score is still good. There's still one chance. There's still a small chance, but it needs to be a full combo from here on out to into the end of the level, and it's gonna be really tough. It's gonna be really tough. Heart is pounding, to be honest. Heart was really pounding because I didn't think I would have a chance similar in the near future. And still have the perfect. I still have the perfect, so that counts a lot. Again, 50% chance that Miss Y will behave in the setup. She didn't. Fortunately, we didn't lose those many points. Now just this setup. Do as much damage as you can. So Miss Y is really weird because she wakes up faster than other characters, which is really strange, but it is what it is. And she went to the correct side, which is really good. And she only allows for 2 regrabs there. Maybe it's because she's supposed to be the melee of the siblings, so she doesn't allow that kind of stuff. Don't know the reasoning, but it is what it is. Alright, now no more mistakes allowed if I want to get this 900k. This is already the PB. I knew I already had a PB, but a small mistake would have ruined everything. Ta-da, and now just use the auto combo setup here. Okay. Just get him here. Use the Tatsu. And this is the setup to get Mr. Y down there and hit him. But I didn't, so I had to use the star. I don't know why I didn't hit him there, but this is why I get the star first on the other side, so that if things like this happen, there's an escape for that. And now we just gotta chill and deal with the robots normally. Alright, just jumped. So you cannot special the robot legs. You can jump, neutral jump, but you cannot special. You will still get hit, so you need to be wary of that. Combo's really good already. I just used the star to deal with Miss Y. She was threatening a little bit, and now this is the bad RNG part, but it was already in the end, so I really don't care. I just look at the score on top and I think, man, I don't want to get hit. And usually you get 50k even if you get hit, so I'm still trembling a bit. I don't know if I'll get it, but it's mostly certain. You guys already know that I got it, but I was so nervous. And when I saw the perfect there and the health bonus and everything, I was just jumping out of my chair. Finally done it, 900k. Let's go. Thank you guys so much for watching this run. As I stated during one of the stages, this is my final spot in terms of score runs, due to them being really stressful and taking a lot of my time. I'm also going to invest a little bit in some personal projects, so that's why I'm stopping these milestones for score runs. And, you know, I need a little bit of sanity to handle them. So that's basically the reason. Doesn't mean I'm gonna stop playing the game. Even if the DLC doesn't come out soon enough, I'll still play it for a bit, but more casually. You know, maybe dabble a bit in speedrunning. I still don't know what to do, but I'll do something. I'll still stream once in a while and keep the YouTube videos coming once in a while as well. So this is not a give up. This is just going in a slightly different direction. Alright guys, I felt like I needed to tell you why this was the final milestone. Basically, it's stressful and I need to do something else. Alright guys, take care. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the run, and I'll see you next time. Maybe not in the score run, but in something else. See ya!